Now that Halloween's over, I think it's time to add some festive touches. And it ends up looking like that. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bella. I love all things design and DIY, and today we're going to be decorating a little bit for Christmas. While I have been known to have my tree up before Halloween, I am waiting just a bit this year because the leaves are still on the trees. We haven't had an extremely cold October, so it doesn't quite feel time for that yet. But now that Halloween's over, it's November 2nd as I'm filming this, I think it's time to add some festive touches into my bedroom. So let's get started decorating. So I fished a bunch of my Christmas decorations out from the attic, and much to my pleasant surprise, the boxwood wreaths that I made last year have held up pretty well. They're definitely a little sad looking. They're quite flat because they were laying in the bottom of a garbage bag, but I'm really happy that they actually still have some green color. I was afraid they were going to be like beige. So these I had last year on the 3 doors in my bedroom, and I loved the way it looked. So I've actually already done up the other 2 with a few little additions just to make this look a little bit more alive. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I have these really beautiful preserved beech leaves. I think they're really gorgeous. They basically are like coated in something that preserves them so that they will always have this like glossy look. I love a hint of brown in wreaths, and I think this is a nice alternative to magnolia because we kind of see magnolia all the time. And then of course I'm not opposed to faux at Christmas. I think it just has to be done well, and I always love some red berries. So this is just a berry garland that was thrifted, and I've just been pulling the pieces out and cutting them to be wreath size. This isn't like a full wreath tutorial by any means, but just always keeping in mind when you're making a wreath that all of your foliage is going the same way, unless you're going for like an intentionally very natural, whimsical kind of look, then you can kind of mix it up. After I did one of these, I kind of know how many of these leaves I want per, and I'm just gonna work on evenly spacing them out throughout the wreath and kind of seeing how I want them to lay, how flat I want them to be, if some of them I want kind of coming out and spilling a little bit more. And then I just take some paddle wire. I just cut a piece like a few inches long. I fold it in half and I just stick it through the wreath here to catch on something in this stem, and then turn it around, grab the 2 ends and twist it. It's pretty self-explanatory once you start doing it. It's not the most efficient technique if you're making a wreath from scratch, but since I'm just adding things onto this, that's what I'm going to do. You could also hot glue it, but that's just a little bit messy. So here is our little wreath. I think it's so cute. The beech leaves and the berries just bring this boxwood to life a little bit more. Now to hang this, I'm going to use these handy dandy hangers that I makeshifted last year. When I was shopping for wreath hangers, the cheapest ones I could find were at Dollar Tree, and they were orange, which I don't really like. I love the look of wreaths that are hanging on a ribbon with just like one loop around the wreath instead of a hanger. That wasn't really gonna work for me here, and I didn't want to like wrangle the ribbon into the wreath because it just gets messy. I just decided to glue ribbon onto the hanger, and then I wired a bow onto the bottom here. So when I put this on the wreath, like so, it ends up just, oh god, that looks, okay, hold on. Wow, I made that sound so simple and then I just like couldn't do it. Okay, it takes a little bit of finagling, obviously. Okay, there we go. And it ends up looking like that, which I think is so gorgeous. I have 3 other ribbon choices here. I have a red satin, a white satin, and then a plaid. I was thinking about changing to red because I just love that pop of color, but after I've hung these, I really think I like the blue contrasting with the red berries. Let's hang this up and see how it looks. Another thing that I pulled out of the attic is this really adorable, scraggly little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. This was an addition last year, and I just love it. I think it looks so vintage and messy and adorable. I'm gonna work on just fluffing out these branches to make sure they're all evenly dispersed because it was just squished in a Tupperware all year. And then I had the idea, I have this really beautiful compote. I think I'm going to put it in there, and maybe this can go on like my bedside table or something like that. One of the telltale signs that the weather is getting absolutely freezing outside and it is Christmas time is switching up bedding. I have a bit of a bedding scheme in mind. I just made 2 new pillowcases that I think are gonna look really, really pretty, and I might bring out the fur throw. I think it's time. I think this space just needs a little bit more Christmas. And so I had a faux wreath that I just kind of zhuzhed up with the same beech leaves and berries. Just looks a little bit more full than the other ones. I might add a bow, we'll see, but I'm gonna hang that up here. This looks like a festive thing, but it's actually just a metal antler that I got one Christmas and I keep out permanently to use as my hammer when I'm too lazy to go and get a hammer out of the garage. So you can see that that metal, the gold finish, has been completely pounded off because hammering, who doesn't want a hammer like this? I will say it doesn't work as well as a regular hammer, but like, what are you gonna do? Oops. Okay. I think that is everything that I'm gonna do today. I didn't want to go too crazy, just a few touches here and there. So I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some inspiration for your own holiday decor, whatever that looks like for you. You can subscribe so that you don't miss any upcoming Christmas content, and I will see you back here next time.